This question looks way worse than it is. They're really just asking you to understand the structure of a quadratic equation. And in this case, even though the numbers are kind of crazy, this is normal quadratics, right? Ax squared plus bx plus c. And that standard form of a quadratic tells us two things. It tells us which direction it opens. So does it open up or down? It would open up, I'll put it down here, opens up when we have a positive a, and it opens down when we have a negative a. So in this case, it opens up, but that's not what they're asking about. Instead, they're asking about c, the c term, 98,170, and that gives us the y-intercept, okay? Y-intercept. Now, the reason that that's important is when we have a story, the y-intercept tends to be the starting value, right? Because normally we're only in that first quadrant, and so whatever the y-intercept is, it's going to start us off with year 0 or whatever. And so in this case, that's kind of just what they're asking. What's going on at the starting point? Well, the number of gloves produced in 1974, that is the starting point, so that is going to be my answer. None of these others make sense. C and D are kind of talking about vertex in their own way, but that's just not the vertex form of the equation. So in this version, we're not really learning anything about maximums or minimums. We could rearrange the equation to do that, but then the numbers would change. So thinking about the structure of an equation, in this case, is much easier than having to solve anything at all. So if you understand what the different versions of the quadratic equation tell you, then you can very easily understand what they're asking for in a story. Y-intercepts are starting values. That's true on quadratics. That's true on lines. It's true in most cases. So think about that whenever they ask about those kind of C terms.